Welcome. My name is Dr. Michelle Rainey Woods, and I am the Interim Administrator of the Access, Equity, and Acceleration Unit. Or as we like to say, we are the AEA family. As the AE family, we know that if the success of pre-K 12 African American Black students is to be achieved, then they must be able to acquire their cultural values, beliefs, and problem solving strategies through collaborative dialogue with more knowledgeable members of society. During the session, the Access, Equity, and Acceleration Unit will introduce enrichment programs for students and professional development opportunities for educators that will lead to the social emotional well-being and educational success for African American Black students. Why are we here? We are data driven. And when we look at our data, we see that in every area, with the exception of the graduation rate from last year, African American Black students showed lower percentages in terms of AP enrollment, A through G graduation rates, and ESPA testing. So, what are we doing about it? We first start with our Enrichment Success Academy. Parents were concerned about their children not having enrichment opportunities. So in September, we began an Enrichment Success Academy in the areas of creative writing, mathematics with science, and computer technology. Students were learning while participating in project-based lessons, which you will have the opportunity to see at a later time. We also looked at a variety of research studies. When Johns Hopkins University studied Black students, they found that when Black students had at least one Black teacher, they were more likely to go to college. If they had one Black teacher in elementary school, then Black children were more likely to graduate high school. The role model effect showed that having one teacher of the same race is enough to give a student the ambition to achieve. These are our teachers. Their impact is evident in the student and family testimonials, which you have the option to see later. We have the UCLA LAUSD Collaborative, consisting of 28 schools, whose main goals are to increase advanced placement enrollment, African American students passing AP exams, African American students, Black students passing A through G classes, African American students and Black students applying to UCLA, and African American students graduating with the cohort. Over the last 5 years, African American students have met the collaborative goals in the AP enrollment, AP pass rate, and passing A through G classes with a C grade or better. We have a collaborative partnership with USC. The USC A-Lab Architect Program is a pilot program at Fauché Learning Center for 11th grade students with a 3.0 GPA and a 94% attendance rate. Students will learn skills which can be used in different disciplines. We're reaching out to Jefferson High School, Manual Arts, Crenshaw, and Washington High Schools. The goal is to empower students. Since students tend to listen to their peers more than they listen to us as adults, we want to continue to increase the forums where they can lead. They can be involved in policy changes and provide solutions from the student perspective. We also follow the multi-tiered support system where we support and provide trainings to improve first instruction as the basis for success. We want to ensure that all students are seen in the classroom and are provided good first instruction, strategies, and interventions in order to address student needs. Our focus is to intentionally provide programs to enhance student learning, to ensure African Americans are seen, they are heard, and they are respected. And now I introduce Kimberly Dismuse, the AMP Administrative Coordinator, who will introduce culturally linguistic professional development opportunities for educators so they can support the social emotional well-being and educational success for at promise African American Black students.
And one thing that all of the AEA programs have in common is the use of culturally and linguistically responsive pedagogy, or CLR. Culturally responsive teaching and learning from Dr. Shiraki Holly, the Teacher Clarity Playbook by John Hattie, and CLR Teaching and the Brain by Zaretta Hammond. Once again, CLRP, or culturally and linguistically responsive pedagogy, is not only talking about ethnic culture. If we look at the rings of culture here, this research provided by Dr. Shiraki Holly, we understand that while ethnic culture might be at the center of our identities, it is not the only aspect. The other layers of everyone's identity include age, orientation, nationality, socioeconomic level, religion, and gender. All of these rings are potential sources of responsiveness that CLR educators can use to make learning more relevant, responsive, engaging, and successful for diverse students. And we VAB. We validate, affirm, build, and bridge. Look at those faces. That is the end result of utilizing CLR strategies throughout the curriculum. In conclusion, I'll use a quote from Dr. Maya Angelou. I've learned that people will forget what you said, they will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And the end result of using culturally and linguistically responsive strategies is to help students feel empowered and to feel competent because they're able to achieve. And now you'll hear about the Academic English Mastery Program.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Dismukes, and I am the proud coordinator for the Academic English Mastery Program. We are excited to see you and that you have chosen to hear about the Academic English Mastery Program. AMP is a comprehensive research and evidence-based program. Our program focuses on a unique student population within LAUSD, our English only and our initial fluent English proficient. Today, you will hear about ways we see our students, families, and communities through a culturally and linguistically responsive lens that is sure to positively impact all of our teaching practices during this unprecedented time. We use the multi-tiered system of support in order to intentionally and strategically provide support for our standard English learners throughout our vast district. Tier 1, district-wide core class equal access series, our Master Plan Institute, and our CLRP professional development modules. Tier 2 includes direct support to our 112 AMP schools, which include elementary, middle, and high schools throughout the district. We provide monthly professional development for teachers selected to support and lead the charge of their school in validating and affirming their students, and providing strategic and targeted instruction in building students' language development proficiency. AMP schools are also provided specialized professional development offered at our summer, fall, winter, and spring institutes. Lastly, our Tier 3 are our demonstration sites that are emerging models of excellence. There is one in each local district that serves as a demonstration site for culturally and linguistically responsive teaching and mainstream English language development instruction. Each of these schools are providing an instructional coach to support with the access and acceleration of learning by our standard English learners. Each school has a grade level student achievement team, GSAT, that is an inquiry-based team comprised of a core group of teacher leaders that meet regularly and explore the latest in pedagogical research as a basis for creating research-based lessons to implement in their classrooms as part of a peer observation cycle. Next, you will hear about the host of instructional resources that are available through the AMP program.
The Academic English Mastery Program supports schools with culturally and linguistically responsive instructional resources. This includes grade level lesson plans and pacing guides for mainstream English language development. Culturally and linguistically responsive library sets and vocabulary development resources are also provided. Additionally, our language guides and linguistic screening tools support teachers in the identification of home language features of standard English learners to give them the data and tools to provide targeted language instruction. This year, we have not only provided teachers with digital tools for instruction, but we've helped support teachers in providing professional developments which demonstrated strategies for engaging students in a culturally and responsive way using a variety of digital tools and applications.
Providing rich opportunities to engage parents and communities in culturally and linguistically responsive practices is one of the primary goals of the Academic English Mastery Program. On the AMP webpage, parents can access the play cards for families of standard English learners, which highlight digital as well as practical standards-based activities that promote the love of learning at home. Additionally, our AMP parent community representatives utilize the digital resources and links to ensure that students are prepared for college and career pathways. The Academic English Mastery Program believes that it takes a village to support the diverse learners throughout LA Unified. With the continuous support of parents and communities, we know that we will increase the academic outcomes of standard English learners.
On behalf of the AEA family, I'd like to thank you for your participation today. I hope you can feel the commitment and intentionality of the programs we provide for African American and Black students. Now, we are open to comments or questions you may have. Thank you again.